What's up, guys? Welcome back to House Flipper Remastered. If you're enjoying this series, make sure to leave a like on the video. It would be greatly appreciated. In the last episode, we finished furnishing and decorating our new custom office. A lot of you gave me some really good feedback on this as well, so we'll likely be implementing a few of those things another time. We've got a different task for today, but before we get to that, I feel like I need to show you guys what it looks like when our upstairs front wall disappears. It happened again. I'm assuming it's because of the roof sort of clipping into that exterior wall, but then also the other roof above the garage is doing the exact same thing. So maybe it has something to do with the windows clipping into the roof, or the roof clipping into the windows. I'm gonna leave it for now. We'll maybe address it later, or we'll just leave it as is. It's an open air concept, right? It's gonna let a lot more fresh air into the upstairs of the house. Could be good. Our game plan for today, though, ladies and gents, is to continue on with some of these Heart Valley jobs. So the last one that we did was Home Sweet Home. Today, we're gonna tackle Love in a Cup. This one says, you could say Toogii and Nilam's love was brewed in an espresso cup. They first bonded during barista training, then worked together at the same cafe, and soon couldn't imagine life without one another. Just like coffee in the morning. Now they're creating a warm, cozy cafe of their own, where only sweet memories are made.
Smell those fresh roasted beans? Love is in the air. Toogii
I didn't
and I
have
decided
a little
we're
frame
opening
rate
our own
droppage
cafe.
there.
We've weighed all the pros and cons and feel confident about it.
I didn't have coffee
We're
this
both
morning, so
born
that
baristas,
actually just made
and
me
we
really
love working
jealous.
with people.
Ooh, that's
Most
kind
of
of
all,
on
we wanna
brand
share
with
a
the World
warm,
Cup going
cozy
on.
vibe with others. We want every sip of coffee to bring folks together.
I'm not sure if
Our
that's by
guests
design
just
or
spend
not.
hours talking and deepening their bonds, so they'd fall in love with spending time together, and of course, with our cafe.
Right.
Create a space that warms even the coldest hearts. You've got this.
Let me know down in the comments, is it Nilam or Nilam? Or maybe it's something else. Love in a Cup. Here we go. Yeah, see, the name obviously ties into the whole espresso coffee shop thing, you know, with the cup, with the coffee cup. But then also we have a soccer pitch or football pitch, depending on where you're from. You might call it something different. All of my money is on Mexico, by the way. Just throwing that out there. Do with that information what you will. I am not a sports guy, but that's my wife's favorite team, so half my bank account going to Mexico to win the World Cup. We'll see how that pans out. Probably gonna lose it all, but that's fine. Let's make our way inside. So this is both a cafe and their house, or maybe just, ooh, that garage has seen some things. Maybe just a cafe. It really didn't go into much detail about that. I thought there was another door over there. Wait, how do we get to the other side? Ah, there's nothing in here, probably. Unless it's like a panic room or some sort of a bunker, potentially. Nice little kitchen set up in here for now. I don't really know, and here's the pantry. I don't really know what we're gonna be doing with this place just yet, but we'll figure that out all in due time. Make our way upstairs. Nice little outdoor patio seating area, complete with the fire pit. Let's go ahead and get that thing kicked on. We're gonna be selling it, so this might be a waste of time doing all this. Ooh, this is nice too. I dig that. Very cool, very cool. The mountains are calling and I must go. Classic little sign up there. Another bathroom. That's just a half bath. Big old entertainment area. Holy TV, Batman. And the speakers. Those things are massive. All right, back in here is a living quarters. So it seems like they, wow, this is really nice, man. It seems like they will be living here as well. What the heck are we meant to do, dude? I mean, this place is already set up perfectly. We don't have to do a single thing in any of these rooms so far. All right, this might be a... Oh, and there's a gym over here. Holy cow. I don't really do gyms in houses ever. Maybe that's something we should start doing. Not that I personally work out ever, or have ever. Maybe someday, right? This is the only room so far. The garage, where we just needed clean. We don't even have to do anything in the bathroom, and I don't personally care for the wall texture, but maybe they like it. Same thing in here. That's staying. All right. Is it out here? I mean, surely it can't just be the garage, right? We're gonna be done with this job in 10 minutes tops. Okay, well, I guess we'll just get started then. I'm hoping that as soon as we like get through all of this stuff. Oh, you know what? I guess we could use our hand and just make the selection a lot larger. That's probably going to be a little bit easier. But I'm hoping that once we get through like cleaning this area up, they'll give us more stuff to do. Because like I said, right now, it doesn't seem like they want to keep the tires. Okay, you know what, that's fine. And that, and that, and all of that. There's a little bit more trash in here, but I don't see any. It's gotta be over here somewhere, right? Did I forget a box or something? Yo, where's the trash? All right, let's just get out our broom or our mop and we'll get this all cleaned up. Looks like they spilled some green paint out here and then someone decided to run it over with a vehicle. And it left some pretty nasty tread marks. A little bit of schmutz up there. Ooh, I see it. Yep, right in front of me. Right in front of me the whole dang time. And I think the last of the deer tay is going to be right over yonder. Are you kidding me? Hang on, we've still got some more deer tay though, up on that wall. And in this back corner. That's it. That's the whole job. That was really easy. I'm gonna go ahead and get a thumbnail of this place real quick. And I guess we'll move on to the next one. Wait a minute, you have completed 66% of the job. What? So I am missing something. But what is it? Take the little shortcut back here. Nothing here. Nothing here. Nothing here. Nothing here. Nothing in the closet. Nothing in the bathroom. Some very minor stuff in this bathroom, I guess. We've got to sell all of this stuff, all of the installations. The door, too. Getting rid of that, I guess. All right. Oh, we're going to be putting a staircase in here. I get it. Kind of. Tasks, here we go. All right. Does this wood type match the other wood types? I guess we can dial that in a second. There we are. That, I mean, totally gets in the way of the soccer field. But, oh, there's more. See, now there's more. Now there is more, ladies and gents. We're figuring it out. It's not going to be as easy as I expected initially. Okay. Wood type is pale oak and black wood. Pretty simple. Let's just make sure that this one is the same. Pale oak and black wood. A few of you guys had told me that when we put in stuff from the task list on jobs, it's always going to be in the default colorway. That can't be the default colorway for that staircase. I refuse to believe that. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Let's do some room modification next with our handy dandy sledgehammer. We're going to be smashing out this whole wall. And just a teeny tiny one right there. We're gonna have to get rid of some, oh, wainscoting. Dude, I keep forgetting that that exists now. There's like a physical wainscoting panel that you can install. It's like our good old fashioned Yumika, right? With the floor trim. Okay, so we're gonna want to get rid of that. There is a little bit more demo to do though. See, now we're gonna be selling some more things. Here we go. We've got to get rid of that. Get rid of these things. The welcome sign. Oh, okay. I thought that was just a wall. Getting rid of that. And now we're going to destroy some more walls in here. Oh, wait. That needs to be sold as well. Back to the sledgehammer. It's going to be this. We need to sell the original staircase. And this door. We've got some more demo to do now as well. What about back in here? This all needs to be sold, okay. And that. It's so odd that none of this was even possible beforehand. But now all of a sudden we can do it. I'm not like upset about it. But I just think that that's kind of funny. Okay. All of that has been cleaned out of here. Back to the sledgehammer. We're getting rid of these lintels. So no more doorway here, I guess. We're probably going to be moving that to a different spot. Right yonder. But wait. There's more. Okay, now I think we're officially done with the sledgehammer. I forgot something over here. Oh, a little bit right up there. Okay, now I think we're done with the sledgehammer. Maybe. Let me just check over here. I'm just sort of utilizing the mini-map. What about upstairs? Upstairs I think is fine. We do have to get out our sell tool again, though, and sell a little bit more of the wainscoting. We're keeping that door. That's staying. All of that has to go. Okay, elegant light switch. There's a few of those in here. It looks like they've fallen onto the ground. And what's next? Curtains? There are curtains in here. Okay, getting rid of these. None of this was here before. I just want to point that out. Table, bye-bye. All the chairs. This is making more sense now. They did say that they were trying to open up a cafe, and this, I mean, it could be a cafe, right? Just a really cozy one that kind of resembles somebody's living room more than an actual cafe. But I'm starting to pick up what they're putting down ever so slightly. All of this too? 66%. It said we were 66% done with the job after just cleaning and selling some things and throwing out trash. I don't think that number is correct. This seems like a lot. There is some more though. Garage door. Bye-bye. Now we can sell the shelves. Okay. And all the other random garage bits. Light getting sold. All of this stuff finally getting sold. Okay. Cool. What am I missing? some sort of a frame. Modi, high, middle, modular frame. And we're going to be retiling the bathroom. Thank goodness. Where is that? It's got to be a window. No? I mean, this whole space has been opened up. Ah, I see. It's right here. Okay. And same thing with the other side. So we're getting rid of the soccer pitch or soccer field by the looks of things. Yep, no more soccer ball. Soccer is canceled. The World Cup is over, at least in this universe. And there's another one. Where are you? Oh, that says window. Okay, but which window? Perhaps one of these. No. Am I crazy? Well, trick question. Actually, don't answer that. I know I'm a little crazy. Okay, we do have to sell some more things in here, though. Holy cow, man. Light switch is staying, door is staying. That's going. Nothing out there. Okay, fireplace. Yep. Bye-bye. Lights are staying. That's staying. Okay, now it just says buy objects. I got you. Nothing here. Where is that window? This is gonna drive me nuts. Oh, it says buy. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. This whole time I thought it said sell. Hey, that's my fault. That is my fault 100%. And they were having black trim windows before, is that? No, they are different. Okay. What do we got? Brown, rose gold, and more brown. So back to this. Brown, rose gold. Okay. And that is going here. Easy. Too easy. All right, now we need to build a whole bunch of walls. Let me just make sure that we don't have to sell anything else. I think we're good down here. Let's head back upstairs real quick into this room. And we're just buying more objects. Awesome. 66%, man. What a joke. What a joke. I don't buy that for a minute. Whoops. All right. Upper walls. I always like to do my, like, posts first. Whoops. So then we can just fill that in. Over here, we're just doing one post there. I probably demolished that entire thing on accident. Same thing here. Post and post. Now we can come back through. Fill that in. Fill this in. And sometimes you gotta scroll it back down just so you can see what the heck you're doing. Fill that in. And we will be doing lintels momentarily. I still just, I can't believe that I really truly thought that this job was done. That it would have been, I'm not even kidding, a 10-minute episode, tops. Granted, I was planning on just moving on to the next one, but at least now we don't have to do that. And I already got a solid-looking thumbnail with the soccer field. We've definitely reconfigured this entire space. It is very, very different. Ooh, what color was their garage door before? Probably brown? No? With some rose gold. Do they have that? Some rose gold accents. Do a new garage door here. And new garage door here. Got to get it set up every single time. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to save your presets, even when you're placing down something that you had just previously placed. You know what I mean? What else we got in here? Okay, light switch lights. We'll come back to that. We're going to have to do some tiling in there as well. In here, we've got another door. Should we try brown or dark brown? What's the front door looking like right now? That is brown, brown, and beige. Not rose gold, but beige. Brown, brown, and beige. Okay. Got him. That's going here. And there's one other thing. Oh, interior doors. Okay, probably pale oak. You know what? We can set these in and then do it afterwards. So this guy is gonna go right there, most likely. One more. Right over here. I like the direction that that opens up. I think that's perfect. Now, what did I mess up on this? Wenge, deep chestnut, white wood, whatever that one is. Wenge, deep chestnut? Where's deep chestnut at? Oh my, I couldn't find it because it was already selected. Unreal. And now I forgot what the third one was. White wood, which is already selected, and that one. Okay. It got rid of the wenge. It got rid of the wenge was the only thing we needed to change on that. But we do have to do this one as well. Everything else should be set up properly. Okay, now just paint, tile, buy a couple of miscellaneous objects. That's where we're at with this one as well. Let's keep trucking here. Gotta buy some frames. Should we do wenge? That is what they're using on the other ones. This is gonna go here. I can kind of see a little ghost outline, sort of. That is going right there. And then we've got one more, which is going over here. I almost put it on that old wall where the garage used to be. Did they really want it right there? I'm not too sure about that one. I think I might have misplaced it. Back into this room. It is now here. Holy, did you guys see all of that? Oh, wow. We're gonna be here for a while. No, they really did want it right there. Okay. I figured out here would look better. But they're the boss. Bosses. It's a couple, right? Next. Any other doors or doorways? Doesn't look like it. This is now technically a separate room. Doors, doorways, anything like that? Negative. And back in here. Surely they've got to want a door there. No? Is this an exterior door? Brown. 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 Let's do beige. And beige. It is an exterior door. Okay, that's going over here. Very important thing to have a fire-rated door. If this is going to be the kitchen, looks like it is. And we have a another door here, so that's going to be brown. Not dark brown, but brown. And brown? Probably. Let's run with that. I think that'll be fine. Really doesn't match any of the other doors, though. I mean, these are brown. There's no wood type for that one, so I think we're just going to stick with brown. Should be all right. Anything else real quick? No windows? Nothing like that? Yes. Glad I checked. This has an actual wood type to it, so that's going to be wenge. Do they have any other windows that were like that? I really got to just start placing the windows and changing it afterwards. Those are not that way. These are also not that way. Maybe upstairs. Did they have any like that? Those are just black. Okay. Well, I'll try my absolute best to match what they have here on the main floor, I suppose. Wait a minute. There's no ghost outline for these? That's too much freedom. That is too much freedom. I'm gonna place that one there. And then we'll cop another one. I'll change the look of it here in a sec. Place that one there. And whoops. Use. Now. Can't duplicate. Of course. Of course, of course. I'm going for black wood with a rose gold inlay thing. And I think that'll be fine. We can't move them. I thought we could move windows. So we'll do that one there. And the other over here. I'm doing this just to space them both equally in the room. You get it. Wait, can we copy this? That is unfortunate. I'm going to sell that. I think it should go here. We'll give that a crack. And last but certainly not least, we need to modify it slightly. Okay, job done. Well, I think you know what? We've done quite a lot here today, so it's about time we leave, don't you think? I'm kidding. Of course I'm kidding. We've still got a lot of work to do, but I think this room is done as far as the doors and windows go. Double check in here, still good. Ain't nothing changed there. Just tile. What about in here? This is gonna be the new bathroom. They do want a new door though, so that was wenge, deep chestnut, white wood, and beige. Set up properly. That is going here. Sweet. All right, anything else? Anything else? I think we're finally ready to just go room by room and start paneling everything. Let's just make sure there's nothing else up here to do. Yeah. Just buying objects in this space. So, well, we're good. What the heck am I missing? We're at 97% for paint the room with white. Maybe it was above the door? No. Huh? I don't get it. Oh wait. No, that's a paver. That's from outside. Hopefully we're still gonna be able to reinstall this door. Oh wait. This was beige, right? Okay. We can still do that. Hang on, where did these come from? What in tarnation? That was weird. That was really weird. Ooh, we just collected some more rent. I'm a big fan of that. Dude, we're making buku bucks off of that first rental property that we did. I'm super happy about that. Okay, it still says that we're missing paint. And I don't know where else to look. What about here? No. Here. It could be the ceiling. Can't even paint that. Or that. Not above either of these doors. Can't be above that one. I'm gonna try the ceiling. Still 97%. Alright, well. You know what? We tried. An attempt was made. Hang on. I mean, that looked white to me. We're at 98% now. So there's one wall in here that is already white, but it just needs a little bit of touch up. Got him. Got him. All in a day's work, honestly. Okay, now we got to replace the staircase, and then we'll move on to the next room. Oakley dokely. Now we're talking. That seems more like it. Definitely much more work needed for this place. Also, I can't believe I didn't notice this until I started painting this room, but I'm not the only one who thinks that this terrazzo floor looks like a good garage epoxy. Because even the devs put it in here because once upon a time this was their garage. Though, in the new garage, there's tile, which I'm not a fan of. Kind of feels like, well, I suppose it's dependent on the thickness of the tile. Kind of feels like if you drove a car in here, though, the tiles would crack. That's just my opinion. Maybe that wouldn't happen. But, actually, let's start in here, because this is going to be quite a bit easier than the other rooms, I think. All that we really need are some shelves. And I think there's going to be the perfect amount of space for both of these right over here. The head tilt, trying to look around the corner. Classic. I'm going to put the other one just there. Little corner of some shelves. And then we need to center these up. Probably on the garage door, don't you think? Or should we try to center them in the... That's going to be kind of difficult to do, I think. Center them in the room. We'll go 275 away from that other wall. Turn her around. 275. Over to the left a little bit. 275. That seems good. Gotta love that grid placement tool. That has really come in handy. And then we're gonna do a light switch, 0.1 away from the door frame, and I usually do 1 off of the floor if there's trim. So I'm gonna say let's do 1.1. Maybe that's normal height for a human being. We'll try it. Feel free to roast me about it in the comments. My light switches are too low. That's fine. That is fine. Ooh, what about wood type? Interior decor, wood type. What do we got? This guy is deep chestnut. Some Kenny chestnut. And then that is just brown. That's not actually wood. That is wenge. The bed is soft maple. That could be good. That could be good. It's already dark maple, so it's not going to change it that much. But might be nice to have just a little bit different type of wood going on in here. Because I think this is now... No, it's not. I was going to say the main entrance into their cafe, but that couldn't be the case. This is. So maybe this is just a little side door. This could be the VIP corridor. We'll never know. We will just never know. 105, 105, back a little bit. Perfectly centered. Perfectly centered every time. And then light switch. I think we'll put that right here. We're doing 110 off the floor. All right. These 2 rooms done already. We do still have to go upstairs, don't we? Oh, no, we don't. Never mind. We do. Not that crazy. Turns out not that crazy. Yeah, there's going to be a VIP, like, kitchenette upstairs for the VIP customers maybe sitting out here. We're not changing the gym at all. Okay. Well, looks like we got some cabinetry in here, so I'm going to try to organize this as best as I can. I'm trying to remember what the original kitchen colorway was, too. I mean, we could leave this all just default and send it. I'm gonna mix it up. I'm gonna mix this one up a lot a bit. And we're going for a violet. Let's change the front to violet as well. Could look good. Could look really bad. Oh, and we got a ghost outline. Okay, that's clutch. I mean, it might work. I don't know that it works with the brown, though. Also, are we not doing... We're not doing any sort of, like, opening here. It's just gonna be that way. All right. They do have some green out here. Might be too much green, though. Let's just try it. I just want to see what that might look like. That's pretty solid. That is pretty solid. Or, it could be Ryobi branded. No, that's not the move. Let's just leave it green. You know what? I gotta say, I am glad that they gave us an outline for this kitchen, but this is probably one of the only ones that I think I could have handled on my own. I mean, it is just straight across a wall. Pretty simple. There's no sink either. I found that kind of strange, but it is a kitchenette. So we only have a few more things to place in here. Should we go for some cedar? I think a lighter wood would probably look best in this room since the floors are really dark and it's got that like cream color brick on either side of it. And I think for this table, I want to try to keep it sort of in the middle of that archway over there. And maybe like that. I don't want it too close to the kitchen. I also don't want it too far away. So we'll give that a shot. And then we've got 6 chairs. We'll go light bamboo on these as well, with a green cloth cover. It's gonna be a lot of green. No, I can't do it. It's too much. It's too much green. Let's do dark gray. I don't like that either. What other color could we do that sort of matches green? Brown? Brown with light bamboo? Yeah. Yeah, I think that's more acceptable. We'll do 2 there. 1 in the middle. And same exact thing on the other side. Perfect. Okay. Very minor decor left here. Plant, I think I'm gonna put like so. And then there is a little clock. Let's put that up here, or maybe above the door. Seems all right. And last but certainly not least, a potted plant as a centerpiece for this table. It's close enough to the center, I think. Looks good. Okay, dining room area complete. Oh, wait a minute. Since the second floor is their living quarters, it just clicked. That's their personal kitchen. Now it seems especially weird that there's not a sink. But what do I know? I'm just a guy. So we're gonna make our way back downstairs. And I think what we really need to do, this is likely gonna be a men's and a women's restroom. So this one has a urinal. Is this one gonna have a urinal as well? Yep, okay, so they're unisex bathrooms. I'm into it. Very progressive. Let's just mirror what's in here over here. That's why I did the tile same, but flipped. You know what I mean? I just thought it would look kind of cool. We got a leaker. Wasn't a sink, though, for once. Now, for some reason, these are my new arch nemesis. I can't say I've ever had trouble with them, but I also don't usually use towel warmers, so maybe that has something to do with it. Get the lights turned on. This switch just has to go over to here, like that. And then I'm gonna move this one too, while I'm thinking about it. There we go. All right, same, but different. I like it. I'm into it. That is everything that we had to do in either of those rooms. So that brings us out to here, which I believe is going to be like the main sort of purchasing area, like the bakery sort of counter, bakery slash coffee cafe counter. You know what I mean. You're picking up what I'm putting down. The question is, are they going to give us an outline for these things? They are. Beautiful. Ooh, and this has lights. Fancy. What else we got? Pink. That is very pink. Few of you have told me these are the default colorways. This is just how they come. I'm gonna trust it that they want pink. That this is where their heart is really at. I mean, it totally clashes with this like more corally pink color here. We can change it. We can change it if we really feel like it. All right, and then this, see, that makes sense. Same color. Wait, how are they? So now to get into the kitchen, they have to go through here? Oh, right. That makes sense. That does make sense. Ooh, these have lights too. All right, let's see real quick if there's a better color. I mean, maybe they were choosing that just so it would be slightly different. Maybe. I'm gonna make a executive decision here. and change everything to old tuna. Old tuna. Except for the doors and drawers, I guess. Kind of have to be able to see where those are a little bit better. I think that looks good. All right. Actually, before we continue on in here, this room seems very simple, and I need something simple. Right, meow. We're doing seating over here. Not fully in the corner, though. I want to leave a little bit of space because it looked like we had some stuff that we could maybe put on the end there. We'll do rose gold because I got rose gold elsewhere. I'll put it over here. I think that's a good spot for that. And next we have 2 lamps and a little hanger. Let's put the hanger over here. Smack dab in the middle of that wall. And then where are the lamps supposed to go? Probably like, no, that doesn't make sense. I was gonna say here and here, but I don't like the look of that at all. What about here? Let's do like 125. And we'll do 25 away from that other wall. 0.25, I should say. This one's not as easy. This is kind of getting in the way, but I think I got it right. Light switch. Oh. There it is. Yeah. That looks good. Collected some more rent, too. All right, back to this one. Holy cow, did this turn into a monster of a job. That's just insane. Still just insane to me. We've got menus. That's probably going to go behind the counter. So what do we got here? Sets, macarons, and more macarons. All right, so I'm going to go with this. And they're wanting violet, but I'm going to go with the tuna again. I just think that's going to be better. They need a cash register for sure. And that I'm going to put right here at a slight angle. We'll then put the old school register next to that. Maybe this is how they like place their orders for the kitchen and whatnot, and then this is how they ring people up. I'm not really sure. Last but certainly not least, the terminal, which is going to face the customer, of course. It's the only way to do it. What else we got? A little coffee sign. We could probably put that out there somewhere, I would think. The ice cream machine and other things. I don't know where to put those. Like, is it self-serve? Maybe? There's not really enough space in here for this, I don't think, unless we did it there. That could work. And then the other things, ice maker, is that like a countertop thing? That is a countertop thing. So we'll do that in this back corner. And then the trusty coffee maker. That's going right here, and I think I'm gonna have to bump up those signs a little bit. Let's put 0.25 off the ceiling. That should be good. Up next, some coffee cups. I might put these next to the coffee maker like that, because we also have these coffee accessories. And those I want to put right there. Thought there was something else. Oh yeah, water dispenser. That'll take up a little bit more countertop space. I thought there was a light for that. I'm like, holy cow, that's advanced stuff. Electric kettle, I'm just gonna place right there. Should be a decent enough spot for it anyways. What about this? Oh, this is the like espresso, like shots of espresso. K-Cups, which is a brand name, not a sponsor. Order here. Is it hanging? It said hanging. Shoot, man. I thought it was gonna be able to hang from the ceiling. Let's put that here, I guess. Somewhere at least sort of noticeable. We'll give that a shot. Probably could have made it bigger too. That might have helped slightly. Clock. No, we want that. We want those spaces for the other signs. Clock over here. This is perfect. Only people that need to see the clock anyways are the employees. Because they got to know when break time is. Nobody else in the coffee shop really cares, probably. All right, coffee. Coffee's going to go here. We'll do 0.5 off of the ceiling. Roughly centered on the wall. And then this one, same deal. Some more coffee. That's going there. Looking good. Looking very good. Sofa. They have them all laid out for us. That is handy. Okay, I'm glad that we put our signs where we put our signs. And that is going there. Just sort of a little divider. Looking solid. And that's going to go there and there. Okay. Dude, we're crushing this. We do still have to do the kitchen, though. This is going to be a lot easier than the kitchen, at least as far as the sofas go. Because they're going to tell us exactly where they want them, which, for a place like this, I really like. Frozen District, if you ever see this, I'd love to see more of stuff like this, specifically in the restaurant areas, because my AC/DC gets triggered most of the time, and I just have to make sure everything is in order. You know what I mean? Let's do this. Oh no, this is too much freedom. This, once again, way too much freedom for me. I gotta make sure that it's like in the center of the booths. Okay, so we're 0.25 away from that wall. And then that's an accidental right click, classic. Here we go. I got it figured out now. 0.25 away from that. And then 0.1 away from each thing. And we just have to do this in every spot. It's not super difficult. It ain't science rockets, as they say. They don't say that. Only I say that. And the last one. No, we've got one more behind us as well. That'll go here. And this one will go here. Perfect. Beautiful. What else we got? Okay, hanging plants. I love it. I can see the vision. 8 of these and 8 of these. Which tells me that they need 1 on every single table. Usually, they're back here. They'll be just like closest to the wall. So we'll pop one down on every single one of these tables. You get a menu thing, and you get a menu thing. Got him. All right, cool. Now, each table needs a flower, which we're gonna do 0.5, 0.6, 0.6 away from the menu. And we'll try to get it as close to the center as possible. That's still 0.6. Okay. It's got to be in the middle. It just has to be. I can't do it any other way. And you get a flower, and you... Oop. And you get a flower. 4 more. Here we go. Speed run. Not really. I couldn't do this quickly. Are you kidding me? Yeah, there's no shot. I was gonna try there for a second. It's not gonna happen. And the last one. A little bit more to the right. No, that's fine. Ooh. Tablecloths. No, that's too much work. That's too much work, and then they're gonna have to wash the tablecloths because people are gonna end up spilling their coffee on them. It's gonna be a whole thing. Trust me, it's gonna be better without them. Light switch for this room. Let's put over here. Point. I think we're doing it like that, if I remember correctly. Okay, looks good. Solid lighting in here. Now these, are they truly hanging? They mean hanging like on the wall. Hanging on the wall. So I'm just gonna put them all on the wall. And we can do this one like that. I want this to look good though. So let's do this here. Next one. What are these, just dried grasses? Must be. That's gonna go there, and we should just have one more, which is going right back here. That looks great. That looks really, really good, and we are almost done with this job, finally. We just have this last little area, and it's gonna be one of the, ooh, Ryobi kitchen mixer. That's kind of crazy. It's gonna be one of the more difficult rooms that we configure, I think. Kitchens, specifically commercial kitchens, are always difficult for me. So let's see if we get a handy dandy outline. We do not. Bummer. That's all right though, that's all right. I'm not gonna let it get us down. Was really hoping for one for the stove. There's hardly any cabinetry in here, so I mean, surely it's not gonna be that difficult. We have a lot of these. I think let's try to be logical about this. Is there a dishwashing station? Yes. So we're putting this here, I think. And then we're putting sink directly next to that, right? Because they got to get plumbing for the dishwasher from somewhere. So it just makes most sense to have a sink over there. And now on this side, we don't want the people cooking to be super close to the people washing dishes. And since it's just a single couple who owns this cafe, it's probably just going to be them two in there, unless maybe they're going to get some employees. I don't really know how that's going to work, but I think this is going to make the most sense. It might make this area a little tight, but that should work. And now we're going to use, I think, both of these. This will be like the preparation area thing. Maybe we should bring these down to the corner. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. That'll give more space up here as well, which could be good. Moving on though, we've got some lights also. Gonna have to put those in here somewhere. Let's do that next. Might as well. We'll put one over here. Try to get it as lined up as we can. 120 seems good enough. Now over here, we're at 130, 130. So we're going to go 130 away from that other wall, like that. And then same thing over here, probably. 130, 130. Nope, don't like that at all. It's going to be too much light. Let's go 260. Right there. That's better. That seems better. And then we just need a light switch so we can see how that's going to look. We'll put that guy here. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. There's a lot of open space back here, I feel like, too. Maybe I'm not configuring this correctly. Wait, what is this? Why do we have this in here? I mean, that seems like a good wall for it, though. Probably. And then this is going to go here. And you know what? Let's bring this guy over here. Right, right. I'm cooking, literally. Because we're in the kitchen. This, I'm going to put right yonder. And then we could do, where's that other one? The aprons and whatnot, we'll do it right next to it, but a little over. Maybe something like that. Now we've just got pots and pans. I'm going to put those down here. In no particular order, just kind of as willy-nilly as I can do it. You know what? Let's put this one on the stove, though. Make them look busy. Kinda. Utensils. Ryobi utensils. I love it. We love to see that. That's gonna go right there. Ryobi kitchen mixer. Let's put that more so over here. And then we have this thing. We'll put that maybe here. More kitchen utensils. Gotta be Ryobi branded though. Of course. You already know the deal. Put that there. Knives. Also Ryobi brand. Those are gonna go over here. Is there like a cutting board or anything? No, there's a table though. Ah, break room? Maybe? Let's do that there. Only 3 chairs, so we should be able to squeeze all 3 of them into this corner. Yeah, you know, just a little spot for the couple to unwind and chillax, maybe while they're waiting for customers for the day. I don't really love that, but that's where we're gonna put it. And microwave. Let's put that over here. I think that'll work out a little bit better. Electric kettle, that could go here. And we've got a hood. Okay, well, I didn't like the location of that thing anyways, so let's put that up above this. Sure. Why not? And this guy has to be centered on that. Ooh, there's a little cabinet up there. That's nice. All right. Is it actually fully complete now, though? And should I take a new thumbnail now that we've changed it up a whole bunch? No, because I like the soccer pitch, or the soccer field. I thought that was kind of neat. This doesn't look as eye-catching. Anyways, we are now 100% complete with the job. I think we could have taken the 12 grand that we got from just cleaning out the original garage and went on our merry way. But I'll also take the same $18,698.06 that we've been making from every other job. There we go. Let's take a look at these before and afters and take a much needed hydration break, right? So good, man. That was a really fun job. I like having all of the ghost outline things. That was very helpful. I don't know if that's really the right spot to put that plant wall thing, but that's where we put it. And of course, now that we're back at our custom office, that is where we're gonna have to wind things down at for today. Once again, if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment, help support the dream by smashing that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.